Hey, good morning. Woke up, just went outside and got Mama and her little baby. Just eating the grass right outside our little hiker hut. Cute little guy. Sticking close to Mama though. Doesn't seem to mind us at all. Anyway, just had breakfast. I gotta figure out the plan for today. Check back with you later. Okay, just got dropped off by Ann at the Shackelford trailhead. Bye. Along with 5 other hikers, so 6 of us packed in her little Subaru with 6 packs. So it was a cozy fit. About 45 minutes. Gonna head up the trail, and 6 o'clock now. We'll see how far we get. Oh my God, I just saw my first bear in the PCT. As soon as he saw me, he scattered right over that log and up the hill. It was a small juvenile. It was weird. It's like black, but kind of cinnamon or brown back. But man, he motored, or she, as soon as he saw me. But all right, so first bear sighting of the PCT. Nice. Only saw him for maybe 20 seconds. Okay, well, it's about 8:15. Made it up to Campbell Lake. Pitched a tent here. As you know, we had to skip around. Part of the trail was closed because of the Shelly fire. That was a couple weeks ago. It's like 92% contained. So that they almost got it out, but that they still had the trail closed. At one point, the trail was closed like, I don't know, almost 30 miles. But you couldn't really get into where you picked up the trail. So it was hard. So it was like a 30 or 40 mile missed section. So a lot of people just went up to Said Valley, which they skipped over 60 miles, or they went all the way up to Ashland, which was like, I don't know, 100 miles that they skipped. So the last 2 days, they opened up a section of the trail. So what was almost 30 miles, now it's down to like 16 miles of closed trail. But to get back on the trail, you have to go up to a different trailhead. It's about a 7-mile hike up to the PCT as part of the official reroute. And it's like 2,000 or 2,200 foot climb. So I did most of that today. I probably did 5 miles of the 7 miles. I got to figure out how I'm going to count this, because this is the first piece of trail that I've actually missed. Technically, I guess back in the San Gabriel Mountains, there's been a section closed for like 20 years, and there's an alternate route around it. But no, not counting that. This is the first trail closure I've missed. And I missed 16 miles, but I did like 7 miles as part of the alternate reroute. So I don't know. You know, I'm an engineer, so I have a spreadsheet for everything. Got a spreadsheet tracking my daily mileage and elevation gain and where I'm at on the trail, and a bunch of other stuff. So just to keep the mileage straight, to line up with the maps, somehow I got to claim the 16 miles, even though I didn't walk all of it. And the 7-mile reroute, normally I'd do that as other miles, but since I'll probably just include that as part of the 16 or something. Anyway, I'll figure all that out. But I probably actually walked about 5 miles. I'll just claim this as a Nero, I guess. And it was a healthy climb. I'm all sweaty right now, and it's cool out. But it was I probably knocked out probably 2/3, maybe 75% of the 2,200 feet, and most of it was at the end. So it was a bunch of switchbacks and a little bit of a steep climb. So it'd be nice to cool down. I just wanted to get the tent set up before it got dark. I still got to eat dinner. I normally like to get in a camp around 5, but it's kind of a evolving situation all day with when we were going to leave and where we're going to go. I was actually going to try and go up the trail a little bit, but the shuttle driver was working with another group and they wanted to come here. So I just, said, fine, I'll come here. We didn't even get to the trailhead till like 6 o'clock, and took almost 2 hours to hike up that 5 miles. And I had fresh legs. So, normally at the end of the day, I'm tired and I just want to, stop around 5, but I had fresh legs. So it worked out okay. It is a nice little spot. I'm tucked back here in the trees, but if we go over, Campbell Lake is a nice little lake. So I'm just right next to it here. And tomorrow we'll do the last couple miles and get up back on the PCT and start heading north. Probably brought way too much food. I got 5 days of food, so that's going to get me all the way to Ashland. Could have taken less food and resupplied in Said Valley, because we go right through Said Valley and there's a little general store. But just between what I had and the multiples that you bought in the store, I would just had to leave a bunch in the hiker box and then rebuy it. So I just brought it. Going to Said Valley is going to be interesting. We'll talk about that in a couple of days. But it's the low point on the PCT, so it's only like 1,200 feet, and you immediately climb to like 7,000 again. So it's a steep. Going in, you drop 6,000 feet, and then you immediately climb right back the next day. And with the weather, it's over 100 in Said Valley, so you want to do that, real early in the morning. So I might even go through there when the general store is closed. So at least I got the option. I don't have to wait for the store to open to resupply. We'll see what happens. Finish all my town chores. It was a nice little stay at the hiker hut. Although, there were 6 of us crammed in that bunkhouse last night. Tonight, there's only 3 of them. So, I got stuck with a top bunk, but, they're living large today. But it was a nice little place. Was able to do laundry and take a shower, and they had bikes that you could use to ride around town, which was nice. Real friendly manager, and I don't know if it's his partner or wife or girlfriend, whatever, but they were real nice, and it was a good stay. Got all my town chores done. I got a reservation for Ashland, and ordered a new pair of shoes. These shoes here, this pair's holding up real good. I've got no problems with it. There's there's still real good tread on it. Don't feel any rocks, but I got 500 miles on them already, and it's another 100 miles to Ashland. So I'll have 600 by then, which is about time to replace them. They probably could go longer, but after Ashland, I don't know where I'm going. I think I'm going to Crater Lake, but there's a bunch of fires just north of Crater Lake. So there's like, right now, the 100 miles north of Crater Lake is closed because of fire. Don't know what it's going to be like in 2 weeks. And so I don't know if I'm going to actually make it to Crater Lake or have to jump around. So I wanted to order some shoes, and it takes a little bit to get them. And I know I'm going to be in Ashland. So I just, I'll get them now. And even if I don't absolutely need them, it'll be a good chance just to get them, then I don't have to worry about them. Took care of all that. And, I got a place that they can deliver them. So all that works out real good. I got to eat dinner real quick and then get to bed so I can get early, start tomorrow and make some miles. I was kind of bummed. I was hoping we'd leave around 4 from Etna or earlier. She was talking about 3:30. We didn't leave till about 5:15. Got in here late. Need to get to bed and so I can get some sleep. Today's dinner was a little bit different. Normally I put just a little bit of mashed potatoes in with the ramen, just to change the consistency so it's not as soupy, and it soaks up the extra water so you're not, making a mess. I usually take like a bag of instant potatoes and split it between 3 or 4 bags of ramen. Here I had 5 bags of ramen, so I used 2 bags of mashed potatoes. I got a lot of mashed potatoes. They kind of call that a ramen bomb when you do a whole bag of mashed potatoes and a ramen with some tuna or something. That's a ramen bomb, and that's like 1,000 calories. I don't quite do that much. The last batch or 2 I made, I didn't have any mashed potatoes, so it was just ramen. So here I kind of cut back on the water, or I've been cutting back on the water because there was no mashed potatoes to soak it up. So this one I didn't adjust, and I got extra mashed potatoes and not enough water, so it's a little a little thick. Luckily, the ramen aren't crunchy. There's enough to rehydrate them. But it's just something because I just eyeball the water. But you know, that's just you figure you'd think I'd have this all figured out after you know, closing on 4 months on the trail, 3.5 months. But it's still, you still got to adjust. Also, the mashed potatoes, you know, give you extra calories. You know, if you divide a bag, I think there's like 450 calories per bag. So if you divide it between 4, you know, it's 100 calories, 110. Here I'm doing what? 2 bags, 880 divided by 5. You know, probably 160-ish calories extra. So anyway, that's it for dinner. And I got some chocolate covered almonds for dessert. So that should be nice. Coming up on the road, I was lucky on the way up here because I got the front seat. And I was putting my pack in the back, and she goes, no, it's going to be crowded. You got to hold in your lap. So no problem. And when we went over and picked up the others, I didn't realize there were 5 of them. So the 5 of them got in her back seat and in the back of the Subaru, along with 5 backpacks. So there were 6 of us with 6 backpacks. I think they squeezed 3 in the back seat and then had a small girl sit, you know, kind of in someone's lap, along with 4, you know, 3 or 4 of the backpacks, and then another larger guy got in the way back, along with the rest of the backpacks. So it was, I was comfortable, but they were all talking about how much they were sweating and how packed in they were. And the Subaru did bottom out a couple times going up to Forest Road. So I think we were slightly overloaded, but we all got here and, you know, got started on the trail. So it's just all part of the adventure. Anyway, it's getting dark. Gotta finish my dinner and get dessert and get into bed. Losing daylight. We'll see you down the trail.